It is winter out and the uploads have slowed down. The cab is back upright and we have rocker issues to deal with, amongst other holes. I got them on sawhorses. I'm easily doubling the capacity of these sawhorses. And again, do not recommend. But I'm up. I'm off the ground. I can work on it. At this point, it could be back on the chassis, and I could work on it just as easily. But I do want to work on the chassis a bit. Trying out a new camera. Trying out a new microphone setup. Of course, I won't know this till I edit and put it in, and if I voice over it. So this is what I'm dealing with. If you remember back on some of the old video, I worked on the floor. I got to finish the floor, getting everything pushed down and formed and fitted. Little weldy on the top. But I want to address cab corners first and rockers and inner and everything else. Yeah, let's get going. Let's take this door off. So 9/16. I don't know. Has this door been off before? Maybe. Maybe not. Loosen them all off. Down here. Keep your eyes down. Doors are heavy. All the rumors are true. Could one old guy lift it? You'll see in a minute. Am I marking out where everything is so the door goes back exactly where it was? No, of course not. Still latched. Whoa. With your wrong hand. There we go. Oh, not heavy at all. Toss it over the fence. The snow really messes with the white balance. Keep everything organized. I have a flap disc on my grinder. We'll give that a go. Just give that a light once over. Hopefully it'll show me the low spots where I can drill out the welds. I'll bring you in close. Where are we? Yeah. Weld. No weld. In the corner I couldn't get in, but hey, they do sell a tool to drill out spot welds. Of course I don't have it. You probably don't have it either. This drill has quite a bit of oomph. You're going to want to be careful. I only want to drill out that weld. I don't want to make a hole in to what's behind it. And I'm going to have to get my head. I'll try not getting my head in the way for this one. And you probably want to start this with a punch. Of course I'm not. Can it be done? It's really walking on me. Smaller bit. Nah, just keep going. I'll cut all this out. Not too bad, but you get the idea. Just drill that out enough so we can separate it. Okay, you can use a chisel and pry bar. It will work to separate, but it's a lot easier with an air chisel. Might want to invest in it. I did the Lucky Costa mod, and I sharpened it. Yeah, good tip. So, get down to it. Hang on a bit there. Well, just. Can't see the rest. Bring it around. Get the footage. So glue it up. You may ask, I don't know if you can hear me, but you might ask, why am I not just grind it all out, cut it all out? Well, I want to keep as much as the puzzle as I can to put it back together, because the body panels don't fit perfect, the new ones. So yeah, go a little careful here. Let's have a quick look, see what we're up against. Yeah, you're seeing that there. They do sell these bottom supports. I didn't buy one. Only because I assumed, hi Jack, they probably fit as well as all these other panels do. Not well. I'm just going to patch it up. And yes, it's better to cut the whole thing out and put in a new patch panel. But I mean, I'm just going for better than I left it. So, your truck, you do what you do. And the cab corner, did you sell? I mean, I have it. The rocker, like it comes all the way, or the cab corner comes all the way up here. It's massive, huge piece. It's awesome. I tried that on the other side. Oh man, it was tough to fit. So I'm only going to take out what is rotten. I'm probably going to come in and just cut out into here. And before I came up way up here, yeah. So I'm not keeping the trim on the truck, I'm taking it out. So I thought, well, it'd be easier to just cut this out, put it all in, fit nicey nice. Does not fit. So I think it'd be a lot easier just to plug weld, patch those holes, and bond them than trying to fit that whole thing. So we'll see. I'll let you know. So you're probably wondering why I went so diagonal here. You think a straight cut would be easier. The floor is welded in here. So I just followed the floor along, and of course it rusted out below the floor. So yeah, and then a little grindy grind, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 spot welds. I'll just cut those or drill those out, and I'll have to cut this with a zip disc or something. It's again, the floor is back there. I couldn't get in there. If you're wondering, I cut it out with this little nibbler here, drill attachment. I got this for Christmas. Man, it is the slickest thing. Of course, they sell these air and much better than the one I had. This one, but man, you can see it worked amazing. It's online, that great South American river. You can guess it. Okay, we're going freehand. Cut that out well as I could. The next is all going to be prep. So I doubt if I'll film that, but just grinding all this rust away, grind, move all the rust, get down to bare metal as best I can. You can see the floor where I cut out the, hope you can see that. Are we in focus? Light? Can I, give me a sec here. Bit better, but really blown out. Yeah, that's kind of cut along where the floor is. So, of course, they sell every single part of this cab. Does everything they sell going to fit? I'll leave that up to you. I think for me, it's just as easy to patch this floor. So, grind down to clean metal. Just make my own patch. Just put it in. Of course, it's not going to be stock, but we're not going to get into that debate. And just fix up these holes. Just seal up the cab, and I'll make my own. Well, I have an inner rocker here. I'm not sure how I'll form it into here, but there is a way to do it. I'll bring you along. But I'm just going to be grinding all this away and just start patching, getting the floor in, all tacked down. And then like once all the patches are done, I'll go in with some sealer or some fiberglass, just seal it all up the best I can. But I'll take you along. All right, I'm ready to put the cab corner back on. And you can see, like, I just cut off a little bit. The cab corner is huge. It fits, like, you could go right up to there, right? Truth be told, I did the other side already, just for practice, the passenger side. And on the passenger side, I cut it up here because my thoughts were I'm going to fill in these holes, or I'm eliminating these holes. It'll just be easier. It wasn't that easy. So I'm going to try just cutting out the minimum, just cutting out the rust. One thing I didn't want to one thing I did want to point out was the support. You can see it on camera here. It sticks way out. And what's up with that? I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. It looks like it's on backwards, but it's not on backwards. Like passenger side to driver's side. On the other side, I just bent it back. And I don't know if the manufacturer intended, like, this is kind of a, I'm guessing it's going to be a customizable support area, and maybe some cabs are bigger. I don't know, but I just bent it in, and then this gives you another place to weld it, even bolt it. It's hidden, and then put her back in. Kind of mock up the cab corner best you can. So the same problem, like, already I'm seeing. The cab corner seems too big, and on the other side, I don't know if you're making it out. You're making it out on camera a little bit at the top. You can just see the other side, or maybe not. It's out, and I had a hard time fitting it. So that's another motivation to make this a lot smaller. I think I can form it in there better. And it's like this. There's too much here for my truck anyway. Maybe different. Maybe other trucks are different. Other years, who knows? So all I'm going to do is just hold it in there, get out my trusty marker, make a line on the inside, and that's where I'll make my cut. So I brought you in here with me. I don't know if there's anything for you to see. You can see how accurate I am. Now, of course, you're going to cut it out with generous extra metal and then work your way into it. I'm doing a little more than that, and I think I explained it before. I'm going to flange the panel, and I've said this before in other videos, but just in case you were listening and fell asleep during it, rather than butt welding it, which is better, I'm going to lap it, and then the flange kind of, it puts a little S curve into it. You'll see. But butt welding, of course, is better. You have to be better to do it. So it's not funny, but it's the way I'm doing it. Not sharp, completely dull. So this is the second time ever for me using this tool. See how she goes. Oh, there's lots of things in the way. This crusty stuff. Yeah. Let me fix that first. Try that again. See how far we get. Start in the middle of the panel. Just give her. So, mistake already. I should have cut this higher. I don't know if I can come back to it. But I'm just going to deal with it. Going to go around this corner. I don't know if you're going to notice the flange tool couldn't go any farther, so it's unflanged here. So you can kind of make, whoa, I'm handheld, kind of make your own. I'm just going to push that in and it'll be good. So I'm fairly happy with that fit. I just sanded the paint off the whole edge. Truth be known, I did have to tweak here and there. Just this patch panel, I cut it too big, but it fits under the flange. You can see a huge gap, but what I'll do is I'll weld along here, and then I'll start pushing, and hope it confines to that corner. The patch panel, I mean, let me know if you're having the same problem. The patch panel is way out of whack, but we got to work with it. So push that in, hopefully for the best. The benefit is none of this in here is seen. So I'm just going for something for kind of strong and fits the look of the truck. Okay, we're still rolling. Full disclosure, I put a screw here for a couple of reasons. I have no way to hold this. I don't have a tool to hold this in. It's quick and easy. I can grind it off, weld it over, right? It also gives me a really good ground between the rest of the truck and my patch panel, and yeah, it just, and I may put more screws in here as just to pull it in and assist me with it, just because again I have no way to hold this, or I don't own the fancy vice grips to clamp it all together. So screw is quick and dirty. We'll get going again. This is not an how to weld or how to do this right. This is how I am doing it. Get your truck, do it your way. Okay, now I'm gonna try to push and weld left-handed at the same time. I really want to put a screw there just to help me. It's the only way I can get enough pressure to hold it all together. Hello? Hi. Hi. Sorry, I know you're filming. Yeah. What time is it? Like 11 something. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, thank you for coming out. I didn't know. Frankenstein together. But it's all attached. It's ugly. Send it to Bodywork. I want to give that a last little grindy grind. Then a little rust paint. And then I'll move on to the rocker. Or I have to do something with this. And on the other side, I just patched in some metal. Nothing special, but I can take you through that. All right, hope you're in shot. You're pulled away a bit here. I don't like to get the grinder too close to the camera. Just the metal shavings can fly into the mic and mess it up, or speaker. So hopefully you're not too close. Let's get things going. Flap disc, I said, I think, yeah. Wait for it. So screws, I'm grinding those off. I welded them. I kind of welded the screw in, and now I'm going to grind it down. I'm sure I'll film this in the future, but This will all be, I'll just fill this in all with fiberglass. Bit of a hole here, and there's no way you'll ever see that, but I know it's there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna keep grinding. Not bad. Not too warm. I like it. I think I did better than the other side. You can't see it, but it comes out a bit here, but I think with the right amount of body filler. Anyway, so I'll end it here. That's a cab corner. I'm going to keep going. You can keep watching for the rocker.